receive your knighthood. It's now not the end, but it's
The sky's an end for the Lord!
Find out for death. I don't know, friend or foe.
It all goes away.
Flame, the sword, battle, and serpent. Rise, Sir Pockets.
Okay. Hello everybody! Welcome back to another video. If you don't know me, my name is SlugBugBunny. I make tons of nerdy content from D&D to Larp to stuff about Jesus and to just basically just a lot of stuff, crafting things and things. So, Wolf's Cry. So you probably are all wondering, what in the world is Wolf's Cry? And probably, as you can tell if you've seen my content so far, yes, it is another LARP video. Because I have had no motivation for anything else. And what Wolf's Cry is a event, our biggest event that we have in the Kingdom of Northreach here, Amtgard. We have once a year, and it's where the entire kingdom comes together, and we have just this big event with lots of roleplay and battles and a really awesome core, and people get cool awards that they really deserve, and yeah. Morning of day one. So day one, I get ready into kind of my usual battlefield garb and just kind of throw that all usual stuff on, and I'm all packed. I kind of panicked a bit packing, but it's fine, and definitely didn't bring more stuff that I didn't use at all. And we head over to the site, and we get there, and I go to set up my tent. The lovely Arcturus, my big bibling, helped me out to set up my tent. Thank you. And set up my tent, and we decorated a little bit. So then actually, right here, I made this back here, and I used it on my tent. And then, as you can see over here, there's a little lantern right there. I actually got this from Joanne's, and I just added all this moss and stuff on it, and added this, and just made it all really immersive and flirby. And then we have our first battle game, which was really fun. I participated, and then after that, we hung out for a little bit, and then there was the Iron Warden Tournament. And so that one was actually hosted by our recent new park that just joined our kingdom, Iron Sky, which is actually located in Ketchikan, Alaska. And they put on the Iron Warden Tournament to determine who's going to be the 5th Iron Warden.
No flails. I know. I saw that look. Still side.
Spoiler alert. Touty won. Today there was people were doing questing, so there was a questing. There was the kind of dragon priestess, and she was taking out giving people quests and things to do. And then there was also so that was the Shrine of Battle, and then there was also the Shrine of Nature, which Ansel was handing out little recipes for little potions. He had to go around and forge and stuff. I don't know why I didn't end up doing that. I should have, but I don't know why I did it. But Yeah, and it was really cute, and I enjoyed watching people like collecting flowers and stuff for that, and I'm glad that people enjoyed that. We had the Valkyrie Tournament.
Nice initial shot. Ooh.
I sadly didn't win. I did get up in a bracket, which was pretty awesome, but who was it that won? It was Mara won. She is an absolute beast. Tavern opened up and the Assassins game started. So this year, I didn't participate in the Assassins games. Granted, this also was my first Wolf's Cry, so I've never participated in Assassins games before, but I didn't do it this time because not too interested in Assassin stuff, but you know, that's just me. I hear it was super fun for a lot of people that were in the Assassin's game, and that it was a great time. And then after that, we had dinner. After dinner, we had the Knightings of Dame Zygen and Sir Rollo.
Dame Zygen, for your continued mastery of the crafting arts, may we elevate you to the Knighted Order of the Serpent. Flinch. Flame, battle, the crown, the sword, and the serpent. W. Dame Zygen, Knight of the Serpent. Events there would not be a staff if we did not have him constantly willing to help us out anywhere we need. Willow, the name of the serpent, the crown, battle, sword, and flame. I give you sword.
I can't remember the exact number at the moment, but they were getting knighted again. And after that, we all just kind of hung out. We stayed up to around midnight and we just kind of hung out. A lot of people were doing bear pits at this point and ditching and just, you know, hanging out for a bit. And then around 1 o'clock is when I decided to go to bed. And so, day 2 of Wolf's Cry. Woke up in the morning and we had breakfast. We all were getting ready, getting with our guilds for Guild Wars.
I can take fish, and I can take Zerial. Ronan, on the other hand, is using my shield.
Yeah.
So that's going to be another thing. Watch out for the shields. Get them out of there. Because I don't think they have any way to harden them.
So,
we need to get them out of there immediately.
healers, I'm pretty sure, have a thing with the barbarians.
There is no helping with enchantments and mints and such between the guilds. They cannot mend their. They cannot.
They can heal. They can heal all they want.
Each other.
They can heal
They can
everyone.
res each other. They cannot heal and res anybody else.
So the nice thing about that is they can also G-release, because it is an offensive spell. So if we're into and we need out,
Right, yeah, so
they can release us
but they
because it
can't
is
do-
offensive.
It is offensive. They can release people and such, but
I'm a fast runner.
but like all beneficial magics like
So-
enchantments.
But we also have to think, do we want to, so are we really trying to focus our biggest efforts to the one objective that's probably not going to give us the most points for very long?
True. So I, as assassin leader, I would like to see my assassins run the more ground objectives. So escort missions, everything like that.
I can run the
How many points is the tower?
I don't remember. I think it's like 5.
I think it's 5.
5 for every how many.
So what we'll do for your turn is we'll leave 3 or 4 barbarians to help you. We'll send the rest of the horde to minor objectives.
We would need to say I would like to get the towers because I like shooting from towers.
I can kind of start to take care of myself as far
It's
as
fun to shoot from towers. Yeah, he is very speedy and fairly accurate.
Listen,
Fight after death. I don't know, friend or foe.
It all goes white.
I'm already dead. I'm just swinging.
If you want to talk to me and the leader, Assassin, we can tell you what our plan is.
I'll come chat with you.
King and his men stole the queen from her bed and bound her in her bones. The seas be ours, and by the powers where we will
Barbarians!
Courage, justice, and honor. We'll make sure everything is above the board in this fight.
And death! I'll be upon you by the moonlight's eye!
We shoot for the skies and aim for the heart! We go!
Someone's got it! We like our weaponry. We like having friends. And as a note of this... Oh boy. Many of you know Oberon is Fae.
Yeah.
And many of you have accepted gifts. Argon, Mistral, Ball the Lion, Korg, Romir, Atos, Wolf, Ganon, Karina, and Ezreal have all accepted use of weaponry from our armory. Romir, Vex, Mara, Alexander, Karina, and Ritlock have all accepted medicine from our storehouse. Your debts will be considered paid should you lend no harm to the monks this day.
Up there. Do I have to hold it? Yes. Only one hand needed though. You got a weapon. You want shield? Shut down! Rush.
Okay, so after the archers
Fight after death! 1, crushing breaking! 2, crushing breaking! 3, crushing breaking! That's 7.
7 consecutive seconds.
Yeah, 7 seconds.
We have a banner.
No banner has accrued any points, but a dragon strike is still coming. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you are within the bounds of the castle, you are now dead.
Do you all died and ran in? I am the beacon in the night. I am the defender of the light. Hey, with all that I am, I shall fight. Cleanse the world of wretched blood. Crushing, breaking, what? Two.
Side! William, tower, now!
The Emperor protect!
Get him. Just get us up. In case any throwies come in.
I am the beacon in the night. I am the defender of the light. With all that I am, I shall fight to cleanse the world of wretched blight. Thank you, brother.
Hey, hey.
Thank you, brother. The Emperor.
Watch it.
The Emperor. Makes even better. For the greater good.
No guild controls the keep, but the dragon strike is still coming. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You live this day, Northreach, but take it into this day.
He was helping us.
Wow.
He was helping us. I mean,
Sounds good.
hold the flag with more. Sorry. Saying that. Hardened shield. Hardened shield.
Where are the multi-dollar shield?
Stir fine. Wait. This is broken. I know. It only scored two.
Coming! 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Emperor protect!
Oh, not that trip, it's full sword. There we go. 3, 2, 1. You two are dead!
After that, we had lunch, and then there was the Aeromaster Tournament. And so the Aeromaster Tournament was super fun. I had, I wouldn't say zero confidence, but I was pretty nervous. I didn't get too far into the competition. But it was definitely really humbling to watch from afar after I died, and also to see that the person that won was a fellow archer of mine, and so that made me really, really happy. And after that, there was the Alpha Wolf Tournament, which I also didn't participate in, but then all during that, while the Alpha Wolf Tournament was going on, I went over to the tavern and I sat down with Zyre, Gamgee, trying to remember names. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering names. But we ended up deciphering something from the Dragon Priestess the day before.
Okay, Eris K, Eris, so Eris
That is a different one than I think we've had yet.
Another one.
Yeah, that's
an H. The fourth, as in the number.
Oh, okay.
So the fourth.
I'm always.
Okay, yeah.
So actually, this might be its own individual letter right there.
Most likely.
Which that could be a.
What's it look like?
It's a down claw that actually looks kind of similar to D.
Yeah.
Delta, yes.
So as you can see,
And so we got a dot
the Dragon
next to
Envoy
a claw
left us
down.
a missive
Or sorry.
and said that the only way we can ensure a safe future is by knowing our history.
Going back, this
And
is
then they left
the
us the scroll. So now we're working at
It's
deciphering.
going to probably be...
Then we had court.
Way more than that here for our group and what we do. We give awards for things like the rank stuff. So, 1 through 10 for OWL, etc., things like that. And then it's capstone by a master at the end of that. That's the level beyond 10th level. Now, knighthood is something else. It's different. It takes those things, those paths and those orders, and then it's a something else. And what that something else is the ability to share, teach, and be a pillar of the community. And so that's what I wanted to make sure that we all understood what we're recognizing here for these two individuals tonight. Is it's not just about the things that they've done, but how they've helped others and how they will continue to help others.
So, knighthood is very much everyone sees it as the old chivalric look when we look back in time. He presented their knighthood. And knighthood has a lot of traditions. It goes much more than that. A master of his craft is not the pinnacle. The person that takes that craft, a true master, a knight, is one that not only masters a craft, it becomes the hardest thing, teaches somebody else to master that craft. Teach, inspire, to be literally that beacon, that light, to inspire others. That is what knighthood is. Of all the knights that stand here, of all the knights of Amtgard, everyone has been a beacon. People look at knights with a certain higher reverence. They are no different than any of you. They were you at one point. They were a new member. They were a brand new player. They started at one point. And they eventually, through hard work, inspiring, and seeing those they inspired, and seeing others they wish to reach for that, to be of service to you. Knighthood is not the end, but it's the beginning. I tell this to anyone, and I'll tell this to everyone. When you receive your knighthood, it's now not the end, but it's the beginning. It's where the hard work comes. A bit of tradition, if I may. There's a lot of traditions. Amtgard adjusted them. There's a lot of traditions that go with knighthood, such as the authority to carry blades and weapons before the king, as well as the lord. Peasants and lords were not knights. They were not authorized to bear weapons before them. Because at any point a lord could stab somebody and take over his position. But a knight was in servitude. Knight as well as samurai, they were in servitude. They carried a blade at all times to protect themselves, their honor, and their lord. Chivalry. Now, back in the day, if you want to think of it, chivalry and honor was only written by those who won. So however you won was up to you. But bearing a blade or a weapon was a sign of that right. The spurs, which a lot of knights that you see wear, a lot of times are off. Well, we're not obviously cowboys and Indians. We're not riding around shooting people, so why do we wear spurs? Spurs are a sign of mastery of yourself as well as of command. A novice rider, when hopping on a horse, if you give them spurs, will be bucked off and could as easily damage the horse, which by in fact was more cost more of a horse than it was of a knight. They did not know how to use it right and properly. They could damage themselves, very likely killing them, or they would do the worst thing, damage a horse. And a knight would probably be dragged off and killed because training a horse takes a lot longer than training a knight. People apparently reproduce better than easily trained. And then it goes on to the chain. The chain that they wear is unadorned, but it's a chain or a symbol of that is used to represent the weight that is upon their shoulders and the bound and endless cycle that they have performed to be where they are, the people they help. It's a constant weight and reminder of the responsibilities on their shoulders, as well as the responsibility they have to others. They are bound in servitude. They are forever bound in servitude, not just to themselves, not just to a king, but to you. The belt meant to represent purity. White belt, obviously. Many of them get stained after fighting out there. White tends to fade, and like that, but nevertheless, their purity is to remain as pure as they can, so that way others can do what they do. Another tradition, and this is, I'll speak on some of the things I've seen. There's a thing called a buff, or buffing line away. So, back in the day, if you were a knight, if you struck a knight, if you were not a knight and you struck him, he was fully within his right to kill you right then and there. By law, he could kill you, and there would be no questions asked. Because you struck a knight, a person, a holy figure, a servant, he was given the authority to strike you down. Hence kind of where like the knight and the paladin kind of get like, oh, he's the judge dread, he can make his own laws. That was the idea, because you heard a knight, at night when they were knighted, would stand up and they could strike another knight, and the knight would strike the back, showing the brotherhood, that bond that they have now, that they are equals. I will let that go.
By the right of the Kingdom of Northreach, on this, the 29th day of July, in the year 2023, Zerial Trollhorn is hereby elevated to the Knighted Order of the Serpent for his expertise in the crafting arts of Amtgard. Battle, sword, crown, and serpent. I present Sir Zerial Trollhorn.
Some spurs. We all really,
we love that.
Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a blade. Pyro explained earlier. It's something about being pure.
As you all know, Zerial is the man of many titles. The paragraph, the timeshare pamphlet, the fashionable master garber, such and such and so forth. I wanted to be awesome and put his entire title on the belt.
Oh, buckle with
I'm not saying. So it was over 655 letters.
Whoa!
My smallest stamp, that was half an inch. It was 324 inches. I would have had to make a belt. Now, so I went and abbreviated. This is the first letter, which still ended up being 177 letters. And it is 88.5 inches for your freaking belt. Zerial's nice, long, simple belt with room for more.
Oh my gosh, that is so long.
You sound like you, bro.
Yeah.
Big experience right back.
Honey, where's my belt? It's a long one, dear. Gotta put it on like a roll.
Cross it over the shoulder. Yeah, over the shoulder.
Over
Around the thigh. Up off the other shoulder.
This is what happens to me.
You all wish you had such a long
What about just like that one?
Wouldn't be a serpent though if it wasn't dragging on the ground like a serpent.
So,
In the face, was that this part? Discontinued that.
okay. We can slap each other. So, Serial's family made it down to witness this because that's awesome. And your mom reached out to me, and she would like to present you with a couple of gifts.
The pup crops are in there.
I'm gonna say ooh, but I can't say
Nice.
Oh, that's
Round two.
The reason why this is not meant to harm. This is not meant to harm at all, but this is meant as a tradition of respect.
If you hurt my baby.
I would not hit him any harder, but lesser than what he hits me. He will strike first, and that's how it should be. But before I do that, a gift for me.
Ooh.
To continue everything.
Kids! 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 Kids!
I'll slip inside sir pockets. 5 minutes too early.
5 minutes.
I don't know. Depends on how long you
What's going on now?
In the kingdoms of Amtgard, there are those whose consistent and excellent service, leadership, expertise, prowess, and performance make them shine brightly in our northern skies. These leaders give of themselves to an incredible degree in the various forms of service to the populace at large. We do our best to accolade and honor these individuals with due awards. We call them our knights. By the right of the Kingdom of Northreach, on this, the 29th day in July, the year 2023, Mr. Pockets is hereby elevated to the Knighted Order of the Serpent for his expertise in the crafting arts. The crown, the flame, the sword, battle, and serpent. Rise, Sir Pockets.
You might have heard this, but you get first.
It's gonna make them we gotta stick with it. Puts them on if you're not.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Place his first spurs on. Please.
We all accidentally lose.
Yeah, big hits.
Yeah.
We don't know any of our time.
Totally not seeing that.
Totally not.
Game. It's for the RP.
Yeah, that's right.
Can I present your sword?
Shiny stick.
Shiny stick.
Man, I don't got anything else.
The spurs fit you.
can. Not my
You
chair's
gotta
gonna
take
fit
the hat
over
back
the
off,
can. Thank you. There you go.
Okay, so you guys are missing something cool in here. The head is actually double-sided. It's on the inside as well.
Yeah.
Awkward dancing, so while they're doing that,
Do 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 do.
you want
I offer it up every night the chance to pick us a chain. You get steel. This steel extremely hard. We were forged, or hammered, or heated, or touched. Oh, damn.
Oh, there we go.
I'm so proud of everybody who got an award and just all the special moments that happened.
How do us as many do? With shifting names as the time goes on. And Dirty Trickster no longer reflects the man we see today. You have strived long to keep joy in your heart on the field, and it has become a greater part of you than you realize. Dirty Trickster no longer. I name you fidelity. I name you joy. I name you kindness. And stay forth, you are Oz friends. Let it be known unto the peoples of the kingdom of Northreach that Oz of Ravenstone is hereby elevated to the status of Paragon Bard.
Let's go!
Hereby elevated to the status of Paragon Archer for the dedication and mastery of the Archer class on the battlefield. May the populace of Northreach celebrate the success of all of their Northreach. Let it be known that on this day, July 29th, 2023, almost good. The Kingdom of Northreach recognizes the achievements of Lady Katara. By my hand, she is awarded Paragon Work. As our subject, Oberon, now named a Lord of Northreach. And I guess Lord Paragon, Hammer Frost. Okay, you know, if you ever need like 2 a.m. 40K pictures, this is the guy. Balin Hammerfrost as a battle master.
What?
With this crown comes great responsibility. Do good things.
Joey, you want it?
You gotta, there's been a few, he's leading, it doesn't count, but there's a few of us still around that can help you out, give you advice. This is a hard job. It is very tolling. It is very daunting, taxing, and do your best.
Thank you all for the faith that you placed in me. I will do my absolute best to live up to those expectations. I plan on having a reign of openness and discussion.
And something also special happened after after Oberon was crowned king and everything, a member from Iron Sky came up to address the court and proposed to his girlfriend.
Kyron, I believe you have a question for someone in this court.
I sure do. With your wretched king, I like to call him, but it's a name. If it were not for this wonderful woman here, I would not know of Amtgard. I would not be the man I am today, nor the warrior I am out on the battlefield. So with the honor that King Gideon, or it's not King Gideon. Okay. What do you call that? What is silver name? We make it a happy sword warrior.
Carefully shake.
Only a little shaky, don't worry.
Which was a super magical moment. All of court was just amazing. And the Knightings, and it was great. It was really great. And then after that, we all rallied up for the last battle game.
In ancient days the dead did rise, bidden forth under unholy guise, and take wing did the scale folk to the skies. To bring the unliving their final demise through rotten arrow and speed, did pierce the scale folk fought, hard and fierce. The ancient enemy with their lich seers, the dragons' roars echoing through their ears, but the undying simply rose when fell, immortality their unholy boon unfell. And it seemed as though they would have prevailed if the heavens had not opened and fire hailed. The cleansing flame of righteous wrath to purge the taint set in its path. Undeath cannot hold amongst the flame, it burns, it curses, and on the slain, and spoke the dragons on the day before the heroes present, those that stayed. You have but to fall on bent knee and cry out to save your kingdom, and see that those with the favor of scale shall our aid once again entail.
Together! they keep rising, and they don't stop rising. So if they can do it again, that'd be just great. Fire 1, Fire 2, Fire 3, Fire 4, Fire 5. It is ready. You asked me. Got my chest. Right, nice time. Work hard for the sword. No. You okay? Yeah.
And after the last battle game, a lot of us were like thinking, oh, there might be more nicks, but it was pouring rain. It was horrible. I was in my really fancy court dress, and it was horrible. But throughout, all the rain and stuff, I got to talk to a traveler. There was a traveler that came up from out of state. He is a professional archery teacher, and he taught me really great techniques of archery. And he also gave me this bow. And I am very honored to have this bow, and I plan to forever use the techniques that he taught me. So, thank you, traveler. Let's see, is that everything? Did I cover everything? Did I do everything? And so, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it was definitely a lot of fun to be in this event and to be a part of it. And I want to give a big shout out to everybody that ran this event, all of the crats and the food people and the other people that just kind of pitched in to help out. Big thank you for making my first Wolf's Cry so magical and just so amazing. And so I want to thank you all for watching, and remember, God loves you, I love you, and you are somebody in this big wide world. Alrighty, I'll see you next time.